Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of multiplying decimals. This is 5.3e Readiness Practice, the Proficient version. If you are interested in exploring the intermediate or advanced versions of 5.3e, or the Readiness Practice resource aligned with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description. So we have a medium bag of candy costing $1.48, and there's 20 bags of candies, right? So this is what we want to imagine. So imagine you've got all of these bags of candies here, and they're all 148. So 148, 148, and then it goes like this. There's just 20 sets of 148. And here's our question. How much does all of that cost? Well, multiplication is going to be the best way to do that. And so let's multiply 148 times 20. Now, when we're multiplying and we've got decimals, there's a lot of different ways that you can think about it. The way I like to think about it is I just ignore the decimal. I just pretend like it's not there. And so I just think it's 148 times 20, and I multiply like I was taught how to do that. The decimal comes in at the end. So this is 0, 0, 0. In my second row, I've got 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. Add the 1 is 9. And then 2 times 1 is 2. So let's get our answer here. 29.60. Now let's bring our decimal back in. It was $1.48. I've got 2 digits behind the decimal in the factors because it's only in that top factor. The bottom factor doesn't have it. So I need 2 digits behind the decimal in my product. And so that's our answer. Now how much will they spend? They will spend $29.60. So let's go ahead and just circle that. That will be our answer. We've got Mia here buying 3 packs of markers. Each pack costs $2.75, so we could kind of visualize it in that same way. So let's put 3 packs of $2.75, and then we've got 5 packs of 98 cents. All right, so we've got 98 cents, 98 cents, 98 cents, 98 cents, and we've got 98 cents. Let's make it a little bit smaller because I kind of overdrew it. So if that's my strip diagram, my question is, once again, how much does Mia spend in total? Well, let's do this in 2 chunks now. Let's figure out how much the markers cost and how much the notebook paper costs. So I've got 3 sets of $2.75. So let's multiply that. We're just going to ignore the decimal. It's like 275 times 3. It's 15. It's 21, 22. That's 6, and now that's 8. So 2 digits behind the decimal, 2 digits behind the decimal. So this is $8.25 right there. Now let's do my 98 cents times 5. So that's 40. And that is 45, 49. And there's my 4. 2 digits behind the decimal. This one makes a lot of sense that 98 cents is almost $1. And so $5 would be, 5 ones. And that 490 is really close to the $5. So that makes sense there. So this is going to be my 490. Now what I need to do is just add these two. 825, 490. That's 15. That's 11. That's 12. That's 13. All right, we've got a lot of numbers here. So on this one, let's go ahead and just write a statement showing our answer. Mia spends $13.15. Let's just do it like that. When you got multiple answers like that, and if you're writing this out for your teacher, you don't want your teacher to have to guess which of these 3 products is the actual final answer. All right, so for our third problem, we've got Sam. Now, Sam wants to buy 4 notebooks. Each notebook costs $4.50. However, we've got a special at the store. If you get 3 notebooks, you get the fourth one at half price. So check this out. So if we're going to do it like this, we kind of visualize it like this. So here are my 4 notebooks, $4.50 each. But if you get these 3 notebooks, which Sam was wanting 4, so 4 is greater than 3, the fourth one is at half price. So I'm going to kind of just take that half and just kind of mark that off. And so we need to figure out how much money Sam spends if we get this half off the fourth notebook. So let's do it in 2 chunks. First, let's figure out how much that costs. That's 450 times 3, because those are, even though there's 4 notebooks, there's only 3 that cost the full price. The fourth one we're going to take half of. So let's get that 0, that's 15, that's 12, that's 13. Okay, so 1350 is this one. Because really what we're looking for is the entire cost, right? So let's now do our 450 cut in half. All right, so there's 2 different ways to do it. And I'll show you both. So first, when you cut in half, that really means you're dividing it into 2 equal groups. So what we can do is we can divide 450 by 2. And just you do your regular long division. Okay? On this one, you go ahead and move your decimal up. So 2 goes into 4 twice. Still bringing down 1 digit at a time. 2 goes into 5 twice. Just 1 left over. 2 goes into 10 5 times. So it's going to be $2.25. This is something that you're going to really spend a lot of time thinking about next year in 6th grade. But dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by 0.5. 0.5 is 5/10, which is a half. Dividing by 2 is the same as multiplying by half. So we know how to multiply by half, so let's just take 450. And let's multiply it by 0.5. Once again, we're just going to ignore the decimals. We're going to put 3 decimals in the product, but right now we're going to think of it 450 times 5. So that's 0, that's 25, that's 20, and then 22. Okay? And so we've got that 450 times 5. Now I need uh, 1, 2, 3 digits in the decimal. So 1, 2, 3 right there. 2.250, we don't really need that. So it's that same thing, that 225. So this little chunk is 225 because it's half off. And then now we just need to add those 2. So you can either divide by 2 or multiply by 0.5 if you ever want to cut something in half. Let's take my 1350. Let's take my $2.25. Let's add those up. And I'm going to have 5. I'm going to have 7. 5. And there we go, $15.75. So Sam needs, and let's put our answer there, $15.75. If you are interested in exploring the 5.3E Readiness Practice resource for the intermediate or advanced versions, or the Readiness Practice resource aligned with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description.